Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, and home-brewed 5e items for your games. Today we're doing something completely unheard of on this channel. We're bringing into D&D a D&D character. Yeah, weird huh? From the Dark Elf series, it's Drizzt, gift with near supernatural speed. Drizzt is probably one of the greatest swordsmen to ever live. Wielding his scimitars, twinkle and icing death, Drizzt is also able to summon forth an astral creature that assumes the form of a panther named Guinevere. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, along with some rules from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those stat minimums. Make Wisdom 15, Dex 14, Charisma 13, Con 12, Strength 10, and we're going to be dumping Intelligence with an 8. This dump stat is insulting because you are way smarter than that, but something has to be sacrificed to the great standard point array. Drizzt is a drow, or dark elf if you want, which can be found in the Player's Handbook. By the way, for this we're going to be using stat improvements for the new edition, just because it will work better and we are now only a few weeks away. Place +2 into Dex and +1 into Wisdom. Superior Dark Vision allows you to have Dark Vision out to 120 feet, letting you see in dim light as if it's bright light, and darkness as if it's dim light. Drow Magic gives you the cantrips Dancing Lights. This lets you create 4 torch-sized floating lights that shed dim light in a 10-foot radius each for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. With a bonus action, you can move the lights up to 60 feet. Did he ever use Dancing Lights? I know he used his other innate spells, but I don't remember this one. By the way, in the books, he eventually lost all of his innate magic, but who cares? You'll have this anyway. Fey Ancestry gives you advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. Trance makes your long rest 4 hours long. Keen Senses gives you the skill Perception. To end out your lineage, you know the language Common and one other of your choice. I'd say go with Elf. For background, take the skills Acrobatics and Athletics. You have 2 more proficiencies from tools and or languages, and this is up to you. Drizzt has a lot of good skills at his disposal. Level 1 Rangers start off with 3 skills. Take Stealth, Animal Handling, and Survival. You're proficient in all weapons, light armor, medium armor, shields, and the saving throws Strength and Dex. Favored Foe lets you add bonus damage when you hit against a creature you've marked as your favorite foe. After you hit a creature, you can now mark them, and for 1 minute while you maintain this, similar to a spell, you will deal this bonus damage. While marked, including when you first hit them, you will deal an extra 1d4 of damage. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. In the new edition, this is going to become Favorite Enemy, which gives you the spell Hunter's Mark. You'll be able to cast this twice per long rest without a spell slot. We'll talk about what this spell does in a couple levels. Deft Explorer gives you several features as you level up in Ranger, starting with Canny. You can now give yourself a double proficiency bonus for 1 skill you have. I will go with Stealth because I like Stealth. You're good with everything, so it doesn't matter. Finally, you'll have 2 more languages of your choice. Level 2 Rangers gain a Fighting Style. 2-weapon fighting lets you add your damage modifier to both your main and offhand attacks when wielding 2 weapons. Spellcasting makes you a spellcaster, which you don't have in the books, but this will give you access to your more amazing abilities, so we'll accept it. In the coming edition, this will become a level 1 feature. You start off with 2 first-level spells. Long Strider adds 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour. Zephyr Strike makes you hard to pin down and hit harder. For 1 minute while you maintain the spell, your movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, and before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on an attack. When you do this, your movement is increased by 30 feet on that turn, and if you hit, you will deal an extra 1d8 force damage. Level 3 Rangers now have their subclass, and we can finally get your best friend, Beastmaster, found in the Player's Handbook and updated in Tasha's, though the update is going to be in the new Player's Handbook, lets you summon Guinevere. Primal Companion lets you summon an astral creature in the form of a beast. When you summon this creature, it takes the form associated with where the beast can be found, and it will determine its abilities. We're going with land for a Panther. Guinevere is a medium-sized beast with the ability to charge into the fray, attack, and then knock down what they hit. In combat, you must use your bonus action or sacrifice one of your attacks, when you have more, to make them attack. If they die, you can use your action to expend one spell slot to resurrect them. Primal Awareness from Tasha's Cauldron will allow you to bond with Guinevere. Over the course of this build, you'll gain free spells. For your Primal spell, Speak with Animals allows you to speak with a beast for 10 minutes. For your Ranger spell, Hunter's Mark allows you to mark a foe within 90 feet, and now you will deal an extra 1d8 of force damage while you maintain the spell for 1 hour. Also, while active, you will have advantage on perception and survival checks to find them. If they die before the spell ends, you can use your bonus action to move the mark to a new creature within 90 feet. This can't be stacked with Favored Foe, as both must be maintained, but as I said, Favored Foe is about to become Favored Enemy, and it gives you this for free. So if you're playing in the new edition, just choose a new spell. Your character level 3, your feature Drow Magic gives you the first level spell Fairy Fire, which I know you used. For 1 minute while you maintain this spell, you create a 20-foot cube that will paint any creature within with light. If they are unwilling, they must make a dex save. If they fail, they begin to shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against the glowing creatures while this spell is active are at advantage, and even if the creature is invisible, they will now be seen. You can cast this spell without a spell slot once per long rest. Level 4 Rangers earn our first ability score improvement. Place this into Wisdom. Level 5 Rangers receive extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You also receive second level spells. For your Primal spell, Beast Sense lets you see through the senses of one willing beast for 1 hour while you maintain the spell, or until you shut down the spell. For your normal spell, Pass Without a Trace adds +10 to your stealth checks and those of any creature you wish within 30 feet for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. Your character level 5, your proficiency bonus is now +3. Drow Magic now gives you Darkness. You can create a 15-foot radius sphere of pure magical darkness for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. You can cast this spell with a spell slot once per long rest. Level 1 Monks begin with Unarmored Defense. Now when not wearing armor, your AC is 10 plus your Dex modifier plus Wisdom. Martial Arts improves your unarmored attacks and simple melee weapons, and martial weapons with the light property, now called Monk Weapons. Your unarmed strikes and monk weapons can now be Dex based. You can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action, and your unarmed strikes and monk weapons can now use martial arts dice for damage. This is going to be a D4 but will grow, and it's a D6 in the new edition. Level 2 Monks gain Unarmored Movement. Now when you're not wearing armor, your speed is increased, now bringing you to 40 feet. I know you wear armor in the books, but we need you to be faster, so lose it. Key or Focus grants you key points equal to your monk level between long rests. With these key points, you can perform special moves. For your special move, Flurry of Blows costs 1 key point and lets you attack with 2 unarmed strikes with a bonus action. Patient Defense costs 1 key point and turns Dodge into a bonus action. Step of the Wind costs 1 key point and turns Dash or Disengage into a bonus action and then doubles your jump distance. All of this is about to get a major improvement. Level 3 Monks now have their subclass. Kensai Monk, found in Xanathars, will give you magical weapons, eventually. Kensai Weapon lets you choose 2 weapons, 1 melee and 1 range, that lack the heavy and special properties and turn them into special monk weapons. Choose a scimitar and a longbow. Your wife is generally the archer, but you can use a bow pretty well. Agile Parry lets you turn a Kensai weapon into a defensive weapon. Now when you make an unarmed strike while holding a Kensai weapon and not attacking with it, your AC is increased by 2 until the start of your next turn. Kensai Shot is a bonus action that adds 1d4 bonus damage to a ranged attack with your Kensai weapon. This lasts until the end of your turn. Deflect Missiles lets you reduce damage you take from ranged melee attacks with a reaction by 1d10 plus your Dex modifier plus monk level. If you reduce the damage to 0 and have an empty hand, you can spend 1 key point to catch and throw the projectile. Level 4 Monks earn another ability score improvement, bump up Dex. Slow Fall lets you reduce falling damage with a reaction by 5 times your monk level. Quickened Healing lets you heal yourself for the cost of 2 key points, rolling a martial arts dice and adding your proficiency bonus to heal. You've hit character level 9, bump up your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 5 Monks receive Stunning Strike. When you hit an enemy, you can spend 1 key point to force a con save. If they fail, they are stunned until your next turn. A stunned creature can barely talk, can't move, can't take actions or reactions, automatically fails dex saves and strength saves, and all attacks against them are at advantage. Focused Aim lets you turn a miss into a hit. When you miss with an attack roll, you can spend up to 3 key points and add +2 to the roll per point spent. Finally, your martial arts dice are now a D6 or a D8 if you're using the new edition. Level 6 Monks gain Key Empowered Strikes and Magical Kensai Weapons. Your Kensai weapons and unarmed strikes are now magical for purposes of beating resistances. That's 1 magic weapon down. Though Twinkle used to be a defender, but now it's just a magic scimitar. Also, your punches shouldn't be magical or force damage for the new edition, but we have to accept this edition to get everything we want. Death Strike lets you add more damage to your Kensai weapon by spending 1 key point when you hit and adding a martial arts dice once per turn. You can also grab another Kensai weapon. Choose what you want because you're just that good. Finally, your unarmored movement is now 45 feet. Level 6 Rangers get an improvement to their favored foe, which now adds a D6 to the damage, which doesn't matter since the new edition's taking that away. You also receive your next feature from Deft Explorer, Roving. Your speed is now increased by 5 feet, bringing you to 50 feet. You also now have a climbing and swimming speed that matches your walking speed. Oh wait, the new edition will be making this speed 10 feet instead of 5 feet. Yep, you just got faster. Level 7 Beastmaster Rangers now have exceptional training. You can now have Guinevere use dash, disengage, or help as a bonus action in the new edition. Their attacks are now also magical as well. For your new spell, take what you want. New milestone, as you are now character level 13, raise your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 8 Rangers earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Dex. Land Stride now allows you to move across non-magical difficult terrain without spending extra movement. You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed down or taking damage. This also allows you to have advantage on saving throws against plants magically created or manipulated to impede your movement. By the way, I just wasted your time because all of this is going away in the new edition. Level 9 Rangers gain 3rd level spells. For your new spell, it's time to grab Icing Death. Elemental Weapon turns 1 non-magical weapon into a +1 weapon and gives it a bonus 1d4 cold damage for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. Yeah, best I could do. At the end of this build, you can upcast this to deal 2d4 cold damage. For your new Primal Awareness spell, Speak with Plants lets you speak with plants for 10 minutes. I have only built 1 character where this actually works. By the way, in the new edition, you get 2 more expertise, so if you're playing in the new edition, place this into Perception and Acrobatics. Level 10 Rangers get their final feature from Deft Explorer, Tireless. Now as an action, you can give yourself temporary HP equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. You can also reduce your level of exhaustion by 1 with a short rest. Nature's Veil lets you turn invisible with a bonus action for 1 turn. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. In the coming edition, this is going to be moved to Ranger level 14. Level 11 Beastmaster Rangers receive Bestial Fury. Guinevere can now attack twice with a single attack action. For your new spell, Lightning Arrow lets you transform an arrow you fire from your bow into a bolt of lightning, making an attack roll as normal. The arrow now does 4d8 lightning damage or 2d8 lightning damage if you miss. Each creature within 10 feet of the original target must make a dex save or take 2d8 lightning damage. Does this fit you? Not entirely, but maybe you borrowed your wife's bow. You finally hit character level 17, your proficiency bonus is now maxed out at +6. Level 12 Rangers earn our final ability score improvement, Cap Off Wisdom. Level 13 Rangers gain 4th level spells. For your awareness spell, Locate Creature allows you to sense the location of a creature you are familiar with for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. If they are within 1,000 feet of you, you will know where they are. For your final Ranger spell, take what you want. I actually just want this spell slot for Elemental Weapon. There is a new feature that's going to be added to this level very soon, and you're gonna love it. Our final level is level 14 Ranger, and you now have your favored foe upgraded to deal an extra D8, and it doesn't matter because it's gone. Vanish turns Hide into a bonus action, and you can no longer be tracked by non-magical means unless you want to. If you're using the new edition, though, this level is completely changed. I'm already going to tell you, in the new edition, you want this level. It has a lot of good additions. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 20, Charisma 13. Your total levels are Monk 6, Ranger 14. Let's dive in. Your speed is amazing. Your base speed when not wearing armor is 50 feet, 60 feet with Longstrider, 120 feet with Step of the Wind, and you can boost this again up to 30 feet with a Zephyr Strike. Your AC is 20. You can attack up to 3 times, dealing magical damage, can boost that up by 1d6 or 1d8, and you can add elemental damage. Finally, Guinevere will always be with you, fighting with you, or acting as a scout. Downside. Firstly, Guinevere requires you to use a bonus action for them to attack, which means you lose an attack with one of your swords. Though narratively, Guinevere cannot stay on the material plane for very long, so you can just send them back to the astral plane. Your intelligence is bad, but that can be fixed for rolling for stats and just putting a 10 there. And that's about it. Monk and Ranger do pair nicely together. It's time to become the greatest hero of the Forgotten Realms. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, and Java Squirrel. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.